Oh, tough, bro. You know, it's spirit of a pain. Yeah.
Ready? All right. Shalom. We're the brothers from the Gms Birmingham camp. I want to start off by giving all glory, infinite praises unto
Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash.
All right. Double understand our apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. They're teaching that rule well. Salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out. And salutations to the very few women and children that do subscribe to this truth and faith and sincerity, all charity and subjection, because that's key, man. All right, with that, we out here once again, another weekend, man, to prophesy the downfall of America, to give the understanding of the midst of times and to give clarity to the past, man. But we're in a time that prophecies is jumping off the page, man. We're living in chaotic times. You got Donald Trump. He just had a meeting over in Alaska with Vladimir Putin, and it was to no avail, man. It was no deal to cease fire. Why? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is a man of war, man. The Lord is a man of war, so he's all for that. So when they shall say peace, 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 then shall sudden destruction come. You see, we understand these things, man. So with all of that being understood, the Lord is revealing himself, man. You got Jakes in the city getting put to death, a beloved coach, a beloved adulterer got put to death, man. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, he's a great guy, this, that, and the third. But when you really go into his backdrop, you do the Carfax on the guy. He was an adulterer, man.
That's it.
He got put to death being found in another man's home. All right? So the Lord is showing you what he's with. He's for judgment, man. Just as well as DJ Trump is, what was another thing DJ Trump? He already done put the ice out there against the Northern Kingdom, but now he's telling you that he has to get rid of this homeless problem, man. And with this homeless problem, who's at the forefront of that? Of course, we know. Hey, the figure face he's gonna put is gonna be Jake, man. All right, he said he's gonna get rid of the homeless, and he wants to do away with the slums. Who lives in the slums? Who lives in the ghetto? You so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. And I even put this spin to it. Hey, you low-level Edomites. So, hand joining hand with a nigga, you arguing against your own power. You arguing our viewpoints. You're gonna get mowed down too. Just like these Jakes that's hand in hand in these high places with these Edomites. You think Ben Carson is he's spitting the rhetoric of Donald Trump. He's gonna get a missile with Donald Trump. These low-level Edomites are stuck in the hood because you're a two-time loser. Hey, you're gonna get the judgment of a two-third nigga. And this is all Yahawashi revealing himself unto the world. The spirit of Yahawashi is not what you get from these churches, what you see on TV, or what you hear from your grandmama, or your pulpit pork eating pastor, man. Broken to bring out what they had. Brothers had anything? Oh, you got it.
Yep, this is the book of Salaki. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
You know perfectly. Who knows perfectly? The individual that is privy unto the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahawashi. You know perfectly. But the perfect, a more perfect understanding is to what? Is to be patient, man. Not to be Alizé, not to be Nate, but to be like the apostles and the elders that we've learned from, man. To be like the brother that's standing next to me. To be patient, man. To move in the understanding of Yahawashi, not moving according to my own feelings, my own beliefs and volition. No, it's to move according to the scriptures. You start there from the top, Baba Gushai.
Come again, and it says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
A thief in the, you ain't gonna see it, man. But the only individual that will not see the coming day of the Lord is the individuals that is wrapped up and caught up in the hurricane of America, man. That's caught up in the spirit of the world. You know, we're not caught up no more, man. The more hell we catch, that's the Lord pulling you. Hey, come here, boy. Come here. He pulling you. We holding that life raft, man. We understand perfectly that this day is going to come as a thief in the night unto the ones that are not on their watch. You see? That's why the Lord told us to be watchful. Ain't no nodding off on this. Got to be perfectly single-eyed towards the prophecies and the understanding of the things that are going on. Everybody has questions, but nobody has answers. The only person that has an answer is the prophet, man. And we didn't get these answers on our own. We got it by what? Attending unto the scriptures, man. That's how we have that perfect understanding. Was it any more on that?
God. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction.
What was the whole purpose of this meeting between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump? It was to bring forth peace. All right? Peace for who? Peace for America. Peace in that region of Europe, so to speak. Peace for Russia. But no, man, it won't be any peace. Putin told you that. Donald Trump came out and said it. He's like, hey, if there's a deal, there's a deal. If it ain't no deal, it ain't no deal. I forget how he put it, but there's no deal, man.
If I may,
Yeah.
he was already coming in not to, for them to say no. They was already preparing for it not to really be no true peace treaty because the tension's too high over there.
Gun.
You know, too many bodies died, man.
Gun. And what's so funny, Putin, you know he a KBG, isn't it right? KBG agent. Hey, he played on Donald Trump because Donald Trump like his ego to be stroked. He's a true American in that regard. Putin had came out and said this, yo, hey, when I dealt with the last American president, the last American colleague, it was clear and it was evident that we shouldn't be at the point that we're at. Donald Trump, Putin quoted Donald Trump and said, yo, if Donald Trump had been president, maybe we wouldn't be at a point of war. It would have never happened. The only reason Putin said that was to stroke Donald Trump's ego, to make him think that he's a justified leader, that he's making sound choices. But really, hey, he's just laying a snare, he's laying a wound upon the Esau, man. Here in America, Trump actually thinking he made some gangway, or he gained ground strategically with Putin when he really didn't. Putin already knew, I could care less what this dude has to say. Ain't gonna be no peace, man. They understood, and they've learned the lesson from Hitler. All right, because Hitler was really on the right side of the war, man. Was it any more to that?
Yep, it's more. Again, going back, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say, peace and safety, and sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, because Donald Trump, through his tariffs, through his big beautiful bill, shit is gonna get real bad. He told Americans to be prepared for 2 years of hell, man. But in that fourth year, his final year, they're gonna scream peace, peace, peace. And it may seem as if though things possibly good. Then what? It said sudden destruction. That's what's going to happen, man. So the stage has been set. The stage is set for these people to go and follow and take the MOTB, man. He's taking away your concessions. He's cutting Section 8. A lot of these, I know in these major cities, a lot of these renters and these landlords, they're not accepting it anymore. Why? The reason they're not accepting it, because of the funds through Donald Trump pushing, he's funneling more money into to the war machine, and the rest of the money he's sending over there to the small hats, man. So the stage has been set for you people to what? To all roads lead to the MOTB, and you people shall happily accept it. But it shall come as a peaceful thing because of all the turmoil and the hell and the chaos that is going to be in these streets. Look up the LA or the DC or the New York music festivals, man. Because we can't call it a art RIOT riots, man. A riot. You can't call it that no more. Forgive me, hey man, I'm dyslexic. but brothers can bring out what
I
they
got
have.
something real quick just to bag up on your point of the MOT getting pushed out. They're going to push it forth as it's a peaceful thing, as it's going to be something beneficial unto you. But the only thing it's going to be beneficial to is your death. This is the book of Sirach 14 and verse 7. It says, and if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last he will declare his wickedness. And a part of him declaring his wickedness is through order out chaos. You know, or order out of chaos, because he's going to be the same guy that's going to bring down these terrible things, whether it be, like you said, martial law, the feds coming out. You know, he got the National Guards on the streets. And he's going to be the same person to say, yeah, y'all come back. And people are going to look at him like he's some type of hero, man. Not knowing that that was just a strategic attack, for you to trust in him more, man. You know?
And really, when you look at even how he doing the thing with the National Guard troop, he can only keep him out there for 30 days, man. But just wait, with day 30, really 31 days. Day 31, he has to give BAH. I know because I was in the military, man. So there at day 32, hey, that breaks Esau's pocket. You got to look at Esau's money as soldiers. That's how you got to look at it. Like when you look at war, like with the Vikings or the Danes, when you go into historical pieces or whatever, a big thing about Vikings and Danes, they never losing men was seen. It was unhonorable. Men should not be lost. Esau honors money over anything, so the loss of money is where he draws the line. You see? So it may seem peaceable unto you. The only reason he do good unto you is because he has to, man. It's not. It's because hey, he's a good guy, or it's really truly to your benefit. It's only simply because the Lord got him doing it, man. The Lord is using him as an envelope. But that you don't trust in the envelope. The money's in the envelope. Yeah, I'm gonna use this money, but to hell with the envelope. I'm gonna discard it, man. I'm gonna toss that thing out. And that's exactly what the Lord is gonna do to Esau. Bring up what you had.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I came to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So why is all this prosperity preaching? Why is all this? Hey, everybody's trying to distract themselves with what? With things to make themselves feel better. But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be that. Read that back one more time.
This is the
point
book
I wanted to make.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So all this peace talk, that doesn't make sense, man. But war. The Lord is for war, man. What's going on over there in the Middle East? War. What's going on at the borders? War. What's going on there in California? War. See? That's war, man. What is this? What is this thing of the financial system? It's the war between the elite and the lower class, because there's no such thing as a middle class. Otherwise, if there was a middle class, it wouldn't be people out in the streets, man. That's it. So it's but war. Add anything else? Yeah. You got it. You got it all.
Even with that middle class, the increase of homeless is coming upon middle class, man. They're showing you that prophecy is speaking, man. Like the brother spoke on that MOTV, it's slowly moving in. Remember, it said rich or poor, man. You know, that's totally taking away the middle class, man. You know, so it goes back all into, you know, saying himself fulfilling prophecy, man. You know, which is the so-called white man, man. For we are not ignorant of Satan's devices as the scripture speak upon. That's why.
If I may add on to you, and that's Esau's biggest fear, man. He'd rather it be race wars than class wars, because he know once Jake and even certain Edomites starting to get together, he know that his kingdom is over with, man. Because the rich, especially here in this society, man, they outnumber against the poor, man. You know? Yeah, brother.
Yeah, bring that up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old.
You see, this is matter of fact, read up 49.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord Yahawashi shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So this nation that came against the when you got picked up in the west coast of Africa, hey, they was brought from afar. They came from England. They were already established here in America. They came from afar. Why? Hey man, Northern Kingdom ain't making for good slaves like that, man. Hey, what them other ones at, man? Hey, we gotta link this Megazord up. We gotta get the rest of the Infinity Stones. This ain't working out how we. But once he got that, the other 3 Infinity Stones, shit, it was on from there. Read that from Baba Kushai.
Come, the Lord Yahawashi shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
From the ends of the earth. So what? The west. The west is the end of the earth, man. This is the end because life began in the east. This is the west. Hey, and it's an old saying that always goes out. In the east is peace, and the west is mess. You know? You got it?
Come, as swift as the eagle fly.
Ooh, so let's think about the emblem of the eagle. Who is on the emblem and the symbol of the eagle? It wasn't the Persians or the Medes. They had a griffin, you know? It was Esau. Let's go back to the Greeks, go back to the Romans, come here to America. You got the eagle. You know, you even had a movie, The Eagle. You see? And his whole thing about that movie was, hey, going to get that scepter of the eagle back so that he may what? Get his prestige for his family's honor. You see? And that was a wicked honor to even behold, man. But read that from the top because it's indicative of America. You got it?
I got something to back you up, just the characteristics of the mascot of America. The bald eagle. This is a quote from Benjamin Franklin. It says, a bald eagle is a bird of bad moral character. He does not get his living honestly. He is too lazy to fish for himself.
Yeah, because an eagle, really, when you look at it, he rather scavenge a lot. He takes a lot of other animals' food, man. How do I know these things? I grew up watching National Geographic, man. Soup, you know. But these are the paths that the Lord caused us to walk, that we may give these understandings, man. An eagle is a great scavenger, man. They may show you that one time that an eagle goes into the water and picks up the fish. Hey, outside of that, when do you see eagles really get down, man? You don't see them get down. They ain't birds like falcons. Falcons, hey, he'll take your head off, man. He really doing something. I'll really do something to you. But an eagle is just a proud, dirty bird, man. That's it. A strong, proud, dirty bird. And the bald eagle of them all, not a golden eagle. He didn't go down there to Brazil. There's plenty of other eagles on the planet Earth. Yeah. Why did you go get the bald eagle?
One looked like an Edomite.
Yeah, the one that looked like an Edomite. And that's the could you read that back, Baba Kushai? Because I bet you it was speaking towards a bald eagle. Yeah. It ain't speaking of the eagle that's down in Argentina, the biggest eagle in the on the planet. That motherfucker get with you, boy. He really got to do his killing. He in the jungle. He earned his. Esau has earned nothing. He want to make you think that his own ingenuity, his own prowess, him picking himself up by his bootstrap got him this place. You didn't, bro. You took gunpowder from Moab and turned it into a weapon. Moab was over there doing the dragon dance. Bow, 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 bow. Esau said, I can use that. Shit, I'm gonna put it through your body. He using it wrong. And that's always Esau's MO. You guys wasn't utilizing the resources to its full potential. You niggas turned everything backwards. That's what fireworks is supposed to be for. You know? The amusement of the eyes. Man, how you do that? You know, Esau, I'm put it through your body, man. You're a backwards nation, man. Bring that back. Yeah, bring that up.
Going back to that guy, Benjamin Franklin. It says Benjamin Franklin wrote this about the bald eagle. The bald eagle is a bird of bad moral character. He does not get his living honestly.
And this is a man that kept bodies in a basement. This is a man that, hey man, we don't know what he was doing to those bodies, but he kept bodies in his basement doing science projects, man. We ain't gotta go into it. Yeah. But you found a cemetery in his basement. And this dude is speaking towards the symbol of his nation. That's what the scriptures will tell you today. He causes his tongue to fall upon itself, man. He was prophesying against himself from the beginning. That all right? All right, you can bring that back, Papa Sean.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord Yahawashi shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly.
as the brother had put it and brought it out. This nation moves as an eagle. An eagle gets his living and his eats unjustly, man. Unjustifiably. He doesn't earn an honest living. Just like Esau. This was the swift nation. Continue, Baba Shah.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yeah. We didn't speak the English tongue, man. We spoke the Hebraic tongue, man. Before he came over there and beat it out of Torah. That's what you called yourself thereafter, man. He beat it out of you, man. We're gonna do the same to you in the kingdom. Everybody gonna speak Hebrew in the kingdom, you know. But a nation of people whose tongue you didn't know. When Esau came over here as the conquistadors, what did they speak? They spoke Spanish. A broken form of what? Latin. That's the Edomite language, Latin. You know, we speak a Hebraic tongue, man. You see? So that's that language that he came to you with: English, Spanish, Latin. You can continue.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance, and that fierce goes into his military might, man. That's how he came over there and got Jake. Yeah, they want to tell you all the time that it was your own people selling your own. That's the nice lie you like to push because you control history at the end of the day. But I'm knowing Jake. I'm knowing you. We know how we move. Hey, man, you ain't just finna have your way with me, and you just easily coax me onto a ship and leave me from my house, and I got 2 ribs and 8 children in it. Nah, you did this by gunpoint, bro. We know it. You set villages on fire. And when they came out of the villages, you had what? You had guns on them. That's how you get down. Get on this boat or die. You got it?
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So, the person of the old, that's Medicaid. Is that not? That's a lot of old folks get paid on Medicaid, right? So that's what did Donald Trump go through? He went and cut Medicaid. All because he hate Negroes. All because he hate Negroes. Now you old Edomite suffer. You baby boom, that generation. You through. You did all of that. Your 401k, all of that work you did for nothing. And he hid it under the auspice of what? Equality. It's equal. Everything is fair. But really, he hates Jake. That's why he took it away. You see? Because he has to cause all people, small and great, to what? Take that mark, man. But he said, a nation of fierce countenance that shall not regard the old nor the young. So you seeing, with you taking away Medicaid, what did he do? He took away Section 8. He's taking away Section 8, or at least cutting it. He's cutting your food stamps, your SNAP, your EBT benefits. All right, all of these concessions, that leaves these women that kick their man out for the government, for Big Daddy Esau to come in. Hey, these kids are finna starve, man. Their father is finna starve. Not the one that you pushed out, but the one that you depend on. The government. Old Uncle Sam. So this is that fierce nation. How do you expect this fierce nation to treat you any better than what's been shown in the scriptures, man? Look back on this dude's history. But yet you trust in this place. Any more to that? You had something out?
Yeah, just come. That's right. Back to you. This Psalm 55, and I started verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
DJ Trump.
The war was in his heart.
Yeah, make America great. Make America great. What? When did he start that slogan? Was it 2020?
No, 2016.
2016. Yeah, with that laugh. Time fast as hell, man. Time fast as hell. But he started that Let's Make America Great Again 9 years ago. You see? He gave you guys a break because, hey, Esau didn't know, the elites didn't know how to deal with certain things, and then he brought them back. Read that back.
Yep, it says again in Psalm 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The war was in his heart.
So he ate these Edomites up with all the gerrymandering, with the red lining or whatever. He created a system that what? My people to vote. I'm gonna disregard the votes of the others. So he got in office. And what did he do when he got in office? Make America great again. Did he make America great again, or did he advocate? Did he become a full-fledged advocate for the small hats, man? because now his people are seeing. Donald Trump lied to us. The big beautiful bill is hurting us. Go ask Nebraska, man. They're in bankrupt. They just filed for bankruptcy, man.
State.
The whole entire state. Because it's all farmland up there. Because the only people that go up there is Issachar. Issachar go up there for work. It's easy, you know? And he got a lighter skin complexion for protection, but they hate him too, you know? That's why everybody, even in Nebraska, voted. Let's get these motherfuckers out of here. Thinking they believe their own lie, that they're actually good, hard-working people. Why ain't those fields filled up with Edomites, man, with no jobs? Nobody want to work that. You see? This place is through. Bring that back out.
Continue. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. That war that was in his heart was the terrorists, man. He knew that this was going to destroy America, man. That's why he told you in the inception of it, when he ran on that platform, hey, y'all, I'm gonna bring a couple of little terrorists or whatever. And I was all for it. And I know I worked with Jake, that he was speaking about Donald Trump as if though like he was really, you know how Jake gets into politics and whatever. He was trying to basically showboat on Jake. He's like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. It's like, shit, hey, such and such, hey, the brother, hey, he with me. I was like, hey, man, I ain't with you. You know me, why are you voting for Trump? I'm for anarchy. I know he's gonna cause this place to go down faster, even though I didn't vote, never will, man. But it's the play on Jake, but that Jake was proud. I don't work that job no more. I would love to see that Jake face, because that Medicaid, the particular sector that they in, cutting Medicaid hurts all of the healthcare, man. So it's a lot of old folks that are finna die. It's a lot of Medicaid, Medicare goes into, like, for the mothers, all right, and the children to take care of particular things or whatever in healthcare. That's cut, man. So he regards neither the old nor the young. Bring it out one more time.
God. And it says again, Psalms 55 and verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yeah, you thought he was gonna save this place, but really he didn't get too else about you Americans. It was about pleasing his sugar daddy, Bibi. You see? You got it?
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, because those words that were softer than oil, it was, you know, he was appeasing the Edomite nation. You see? It's finally we have the nigger in our office. Now finally we have somebody there speaking for us, speaking for the common man. He spoke, hey, it was softer than oil, man. It was sweet. It was easy to put on. You know, when you put on oil, it's light, very smooth, you know, it ain't heavy on you like the greases and stuff, you know? But it says, war was in his heart. You read that very end.
And it says, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yet had they drawn swords. So really, with all of that, let's make America great again, he knew that this economy was gonna be tanked by the laws and the statutes that he was gonna pass under his rule, man. Because that's what we gotta call it at the end of the day. He knew what he was gonna do up under his rule. He had to just get you people to sign on to justify him being in office. Knowing that this dude's he's just a celebrity, man. A celebrity speaking, he ain't no different than Ronald Reagan. He's just a familiar face with you people. You thought that he was for you. But look at you now, you through. Everything is gone up through these tariffs, man, through this big, beautiful bill. And war is on the cusp. All he's doing, I just, brother had put it in the group, with everything that Donald Trump is doing right now, he's literally, if a brother could pull it in Obadiah, they said a wound underneath, he's pushing all of these other nations into the arms of Russia and China, man. His two greatest enemies. And even though China acts as if though it's an ally to America, hey, he didn't forget what you did to Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Hey, that was a family fight. You never get into a fight between a husband and a wife, man. Moab and Ammon fight, you should have stayed out of that, man. Because now you got, hey, Japan is on America's side, but at the end of the day, hey, the Chinese, they just going along to get along. They really gonna do something to America in that day, man. But the greatest judgment is gonna come by way of the Medes, which are the modern day Russians, man. See? But so the Lord is, all of this is orchestrated through Yahawah Yahawashi. That was it on it? Yes. Oh, you holding that half a clip. You can bring out that over there. So look at this. You laid a room up to this.
I got some real quick.
You can bring that up.
This is the book of Isaiah 30, and I'm gonna start at verse 12, just going back on people trusting in this society. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon."
Yeah.
And basically, these people are continue to trust and stay on America. Because again, they had Trump had "Make America Great Again," and nigga Biden had "Build Back Better." Obama had "Change Gonna Come." All these scenarios, niggas are trusting on it, but no results is really showing. Let's continuing on. It says, "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant." And it's just like you had like a plumbing problem, like a plumbing leak or something like that.
Yeah.
And it keep on leaking. It's gonna get to a point, it's a big bubble on that wall. And no matter what you do, that bubble gonna have to pop, man. Whether it be through the economy, that bubble is real big now, or whether it be through the Medicare, or even through the famine and the foods, this breach is ready to bust suddenly, man. And once these things come, you Americans are not gonna be prepared for it. You're not going to be prepared for the terrible, dangerous things that the Lord have coming upon this place. And the reason why, because you trusted in this place, man. You thought nothing could possibly go wrong in America when overnight this place is going to become a third world country, man. You know?
It's already a third world country, man.
That's it, bro.
You know? And here it is. It's sad that you can't even type in the word riot no more, that you got to type in musical festival. They're actually doing a blackout on these, on the so-called protesters, man. See it? But you can bring out what you had in Obadiah.
Yeah, there's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 7. And it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yeah, so they done brought you to a point where basically you can't do without them, man. Being brought to a border is like, yo, we know you took over the planet Earth with the big stick and we got to use the United States dollars, but at the end of the day, you need our resources, you know? And you need us to allow you to come in. So they've pushed you to a border to a point that American society is an import country. It's not an export country. We don't build anything here. We only send, we don't build anything here to send out. We only intake. So they pushed you to the borders. You see, all of these things that the Americans uphold themselves or believe in, or they keep these, what's the word? You got everything that brings about happiness. Your cell phones, your cars. All of these come from different countries, man. It's not built here in America. You see, they brought you to the border. You need them. They just afraid of America. All right, you can continue.
Continuing on. Again, and it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Have deceived thee. They didn't like that. They know how you came into power. They did what, Salaki?
Yeah, it says they have, Salaki, it says
They have deceived thee.
the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yeah, so China right now is at peace. But why is it always being said that they could be a possible enemy of America? Why? Because we know what you did to China and we know what you did to them and they people. You see? They haven't forgot these things, man. You got it?
And prevailed against thee.
Prevailed against thee. How shall they prevail against you? They're gonna shoot missiles, man, right along with Russia. They're gonna shoot missiles on this place. That's how they prevailed against you. So when Donald Trump made that, hey, we're gonna put these tariffs on China, and China didn't give a damn, man. We're gonna put a tariff and we're gonna charge them for these American products. They don't buy them. We buy their things. Read that final part.
Yeah, it says, and prevailed against thee.
They shall prevail against you. That's why you constantly see Donald Trump doing this pump fake, man. Like, you need China. So it's something that you know that you ain't telling us. And what is it that you're not telling us? That Yahawah Yahawashi got this thing set up, man, for you to fall. And you know it. So the American economy is dependent upon these other nations' economy as well, man. This ain't no one-way street. But ultimately, when the American economy falls, all of these other nations' economy fall simply due to the United States petrodollar, man. Because America is the biggest consumer of products. That's how they brought this place to a border. After World War II, the American people were tired of war, man. It was like, man, no, we ain't for that. So everybody was trying to chill. And during that time, during the 1950s, what came about? Credit. Everything used to be, hey, either you got it or you don't. Hey, after World War II, they took away the gold standard and they brought about credit. All right, now Americans are living past their means. That was indicative of what was to come, which we see now. Americans are living past their means, man. They owe more than they actually can pay out or pay back.
If I may, that's why it even says in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, how you shall be laden with big claims, which actually is talking about the debt system. And there's no coincidence that the debt ceiling here is it's damn near in the trillions, man. It's really like
It's in the trillion.
it's 100 trillion. Right,
It's
it's like I know, like the real debt is really like 600 trillion, close to that number. Like the real debt without all the sparklers and breaking things down, they're like $600 trillion in debt, man. And who they owe most of that money to? Like it was mentioned earlier, China, man. You know, it's gonna be a point they gonna want their money back.
Like in 2020, China bought up a lot of that the Midwest land. They bought up a lot of farmland, man. What you think going on with Nebraska? Hey, it's finna get bought up, man. The people can't pay the debt. You ain't got nobody to work the land.
Yeah.
The land is just finna get bought up. You got it?
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
They that eat thy bread. So they depended on the United States petrodollar. They depended on the American. They depended on the Americans to buy the Chinese phone. They depended on the Americans to buy the agave, buy the tequila from Mexico.
And even the fruits.
Yeah, the fruits.
A lot of the fruit come from Mexico.
Really, correct. Also, a lot of your baked goods, because the scriptures go into in the understanding of what is it? Zebulun, Asher, and Naphtali. That entire region and the places where these Israelites dwell, that's where you get a lot of your delicate breads and you get a lot of your fragile fruits from, man, that come right into America. All right, so they've laid a wound under thee, man, because when these nations cut that pipeline off, the American people should starve because ain't nothing really growing up here, man.
Yeah.
Outside of California, outside of a couple of little Midwest states that ain't even got Issachar to work the lands no more. In Florida, and we already know, man, Florida, man, come on, couple oranges, man. Did it?
It says, there's none understanding in him.
Yes, none understanding him through his pride, man. He can't see it, though it be told unto him. Esau can't see that these other nations hate them, man. It's still, let's make America great. America's the greatest planet on earth, the greatest nation on the planet. That's what they push, man. And for you Israelites to believe in that, you just as dumb as Esau. Let's call a spade, man. But a wound has been set up under you. If not, a wound wasn't set up under you, why are all these prices hiked up now? Because of his big, beautiful bill and the tariffs. You depend on these other nations. The other nations are like, so you gonna charge us for the little stuff that we do get from y'all? Yeah, the nations are like, shit, you gonna charge us for the little that we do get from y'all? Hey, bet that up. Bring we could do you something better. We gonna hit you with tariffs. And China's so cold with it. Trump said, I'm gonna hit you with what? 175, 200% tariff. China was like, bro, I'm gonna set this at 125. It don't get no worse than this for you. We don't need you, you need me. They've set a wound under thee, man. To a point that if these nations all say America can't come in, this place is starved, man.
And that's why, if I may, that's why America is so afraid of things like BRICS. You know, when you go into BRICS, I think it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and like South America, they trying to start their own currency. And basically that's what they're doing. They're trying to push America out the way because now everybody knows who's the problem. Through the spirit, all these people have identified the Edomites. And that's the reaction once the Edomites in power. You know, you can have the smoke screen and everything, but once people start recognizing this Cain, certain things must be done.
Yeah,
you know.
Hey, that's why you got this thing now. Hey, Esau is big. He's pushing legislation to a point that you can't talk about the small house. Why? Because they've been identified, huh? And how were they identified? By way starting with the apostles and the elders of great millstone, man. The correct doctrine going out. And now we know who our enemy is. That veil has been pulled back. He's been revealed, man. Read back veil to see, man. So now we can see. We can see who hey man, who's behind all of this? Oh, it's you. The same dude is kicking my tail right here. Well, you doing it over there? Oh, now Moab is saying he doing it to us too. Yeah, so these nations, hey, everybody's mad, man. Why? Because they're coming out of that stupor from that wine, man. You can bring out what you had. Brothers had anything?
Give what you got.
Yeah, you go ahead. Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry.
Yeah.
And thy wrath is come. And the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Just going back to the beginning, just like you mentioned, the nations were angry because you people think you could just communicate with America. No, Iran and Russia, they communicate a lot. India and China, they communicate a lot, for lack of better words, and one of those main topics is how full of shit Trump is. Even their own allies, man. You go into a couple years ago, around 2017, when they started doing when they was doing the G6 summit, and Trump first time there, instead of him, playing in the background, he elbowed his way to the front. And that was even in front of his allies, man. So if they feel some type of way about him, imagine these other countries, man. Why should I read that again?
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come.
And why is the nations being angry synonymous with the wrath of the Lord coming? Because the nations is going to send those weapons of indignation towards this place, man. You got it, bro.
And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
Yes, because it's going to be two rewards that's coming on this day. A reward for you being evil and a reward for, being righteous, man. The righteous will be saved and the wicked will be destroyed. Continuing on,
And to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great,
you got it,
and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth.
Yeah, it says he's going to destroy them which destroy the earth, and it is indicative into the so-called white man.
It's indicative of the white man.
Who else is it?
Who polluted the air? Esau. Hey, it wasn't planes before Esau took over the earth.
Yeah.
Hey, these cars. Who invented the horseless carriage? Let Esau tell it. Esau.
If I may, that's why you go into Job 9:24. It says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. If not, where and who is he? So if this guy's not the wicked, then who we waiting on, man?
Yeah.
You got it, huh?
You got trash in outer space. The air is polluted. The water's full of plastic. The soil has toxic, forever chemicals in it. And then he polluted the minds of the people.
That's it.
Like, how didn't he destroy the planet Earth, man? He destroyed it on all levels. Like, how could you not see it, man? So if this is indicative of Esau, the Lord is showing you the left-hand side. Now the Lord is revealing his righteousness. He's revealing his right-hand side by way first of the prophets. Could you bring that out in Habakkuk, Bible Kushan?
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
It says the vision is yet for an appointed time. And that time is now, man. What vision? The prophecies. All right, these understandings that were speaking before time, and now they're coming to pass, man. Continue.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yeah, so it's speaking now, man. And it still isn't at a vibration in which the people can react. All right? It said in the end it shall speak and not lie. So we're seeing it is speaking, but the people don't fully understand what is happening until what? The Lord brings Jacob's trouble to you.
Yeah.
All right, this is going on in California, this is going on in DC, this is going on in Florida, Jake getting mowed down in Mississippi and getting done away in Texas. People are trying to understand these things. Right now it's making a sound, but people can't make out the understanding of the words. But in the end, it's a speaking what? Not lie. So when it begins to fully show itself and say what it has to say, it is nothing that you can dispute, man. It's not a lie. The prophets told you by way of Yahawah, Yahawashi, destruction is on its way to America, man. But for the evil and wicked dealings that is done throughout the planet, man. And this they say, hey, we speak of America, but look at what you did as the Greeks. Look what you did as the Romans, and look at your perfection here in America, man. You see? The Greeks didn't have power over the entire planet. The Romans didn't have power over the entire planet. Only now have you seen a nation have control and subdue the entire planet from east to west. And it was who? Esau, man.
It's the fulfillment of prophecy.
Huh.
Job, like that's heavy, man. When you read Job 9-24, we're actually living in the midst of it, man. Because again, if he's not the devil that the Bible speaks of, who is? When Christopher Columbus, when he sailed the ocean blue in 1942, if that wasn't the fulfillment of Job 9-24, then what's that talking about? You know, it can only be pointed at one person, man. One group of people, because soon as they got into power, it's not like they started working things out diplomatically. It's not like things started getting better. No, as soon as he got in power, just like cancer, as we go longer, he progressively got worse, man. You know, it got to a point, you know, the first industrial revolution, the second, you know, start balloon now, but now in this industrial revolution, the fifth one, he's trying to put a chip in you, man. After he just pushed out forever chemicals and microplastics throughout all your body, the ultimate thing that he want to do now is chip you, man. You know, you got it.
Hey. Oh, you can bring that up.
Come. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
It was the ultimate vision, man. It's the MOTB, because that's the end all be all to usher in the kingdom of heaven, man. When the MOTB is pushed, hey, all bets are off, man. We can bet the over of the end, man.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like I'm putting all my money
on
this is the end, you know?
Because you know the missiles gonna come right after that.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Because soon as the missiles drop, that's what it's gonna actually be. You know, the kingdom of heaven, man. It's gonna be the stamp of this world ending. That's why scriptures that is 1 Corinthians 14:40, let things be done decently and in order. Guess what? Prophecy is subjected under order, man. So guess what? In order for this to come, this must come, man. And this is why this is one of our main things to speak. This is one of our because through the spirit, once these hit, we're gonna get that fire already. That's how we shine, man. You know, but again, before we get to that point, we already know throughout the biblical timeline, Jacob's trouble gonna have to come, the chip is gonna have to get pushed out as a mandatory thing. As soon as they push it out mandatory, it's only a matter of time before the missiles hit, man. You know? Because if you got a chip, guess what? You got a missile with your name on it, man.
That's right.
You know? You got it.
Come. Though it tarry,
So though it. I love you. You gonna let this go?
It's still Saturday. We got 2 fire trucks.
Yeah, man, hopefully that's an apartment complex full of demons getting judged, you know? Because the Lord judgment going out, man. At the end of the day, the Lord judgment going out. Was they rushing, those fire trucks rushing to come to hear the word of the Lord? No, man. they rushing to what? To put out the judgment of the Yahawah Yahawashi. Ain't no putting this thing out, man. You can continue.
come. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry, though it may seem like it's taking a moment, you know, Jake been in the truth for a year, 2, 3, whatever, and then Jake lose patience. Though it tarry, it says what?
Wait for it.
Wait for it, man. So yeah, in that waiting, hey man, you gonna wanna, crack Esau across his shit. You may wanna, Hey, do something to your old lady at the crib. Hey man, you want to do something at your job. But it says, wait. Why? Because vengeance is of the Lord, man.
That's it.
We got to show our patience, man, just like Yahawashi. Because he said, if this was my king, then will my servants fight. But we ain't got no parts in this thing, man. So be patient. Though it tarry, it says what?
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Because,
right. Now you got it.
Salaki. Because it will surely come.
It will surely come.
It will not tarry.
It will not tarry. So it's on its way now. You thinking he's slow about it, but hey, when you see him coming across the horizon, you gonna know that's your ass. No? That's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's your ass, man.
Yeah.
So we just gotta be patient within this thing, man. Because judgment is coming. Just like the scriptures roughly paraphrase, it says there's no slackness. Hey man, it all happens at once, man, in perfect order, man. You see, this is how Yahawashi works. We gotta be able to deal and suffer patiently, man, in a righteous way. We can't put our faiths and put our eggs in this basket, man. So screw your degree, screw your certification, screw that new job that you got that you making 100K. You don't want the Lord to come back. Screw you, man. Because the kingdom of heaven is steadily approaching, man. And for anybody that has any upness in this society, hey, you should be abased in the day of the Lord, man. You right with you at?
Yeah, come. Just to even back your point out, this is on Lamentations 3 and verse 25. It says, the Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. And just backing the brother up, it's just the patience. You know what I mean? Because we understand that prophecy going to be fulfilled. Hell, it's happening now, man. Matter of fact, if I may, bro, I'm going to get one more for you. This is Numbers chapter 23 and verse 19. Yahawah is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. He have said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Hey, matter of fact, start that from the top. This is
Yep, going back, Numbers 23 and verse 19. Yahawah is not a man that he should lie.
So, the Most High, he's not the author of confusion. So, Esau would have you to think that the Lord changed from the Old Testament to the New, but he didn't, because that would make him a liar. All right, continue.
Neither the son of man that he should repent.
So the Lord ain't finna change his mind after he's made it up. There's nothing that you can do to pacify the anger of Yahawashi. Judgment is on its way. You got it?
Hath he said, and shall he not do it?
So let's now, had he said, and shall he not do it? What did Jake say? Let the blood of Yahawashi be upon us. They didn't think the Lord was gonna do that, man. But then what? The falling away came, and you went into chattel slavery, man. And before you went into chattel slavery, you had to be besieged in Jerusalem. And Esau really put his foot on your ass then. Siege of Masada. He got on Jake's ass, man. That's what fled you into the interiors of Africa and to the West Coast, man. Now you niggas want to talk about some great Mali Empire, Ghana Empire, this, that, and the third, whatever, man. That was because the Lord kept his promise. You niggas has always been running from that ass whooping of the Lord, man. But now you want to stand up proud against him. So show me a time where the Lord said something and it didn't happen. It always came to pass, man.
You know what I mean? That's the point of waiting patiently, man. Because even when you go into who that was, Jonah, he was prophesying the downfall of Nineveh, but he didn't see it, man. For lack of a better word, it was a couple generations, not a couple generations, it was a little while later, and Toby and Tobias seen it, man. I think it was Toby. I think it was Tobias. Because I think the son, he the one that actually seen it, because it says at the end of Toby, he was like, he heard the destruction of Nineveh, and he left the place, and while he left it, he heard that Nineveh got destroyed.
See?
So ultimately, that's how you know that the words of the Lord will come to the test of time, but you have to be patient with it. You have to realize, man, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So the Lord might say something, hey, for a lack of better words, don't expect it to come tomorrow, but expect it though. Don't expect it to come tomorrow, but expect it. That's why I says you always have to be ready, so you don't have to get ready.
Hey, what your grandma always say, I know it. Hey, boy, hey, when I touch it, Get you for new and old.
Yeah, for new and old. You know?
For new and old, man.
Spirit, that's spirit.
Hey, and that's how the Lord coming, man. He finna get Jake for new and old. Esau as well, because Esau thought he got away. Esau on his dime bag, he want to confess what he did, how many Jakes he killed. Like, that's going to get him into the kingdom of heaven. No, that's going to get you in chattel slavery under that very man. That's it. That's all you did. You just confessed it to the angels, which they saw it anyways, but you got it.
It says, or hath he spoken? Shall not he make it? So like, shall he not make it good?
Yeah, because Yahawashi told us in Jeremiah that, hey, his word shall not return unto him void, but it shall accomplish that which he sent it to.
That's it. I got
Hey,
it.
you got it. Bring it up.
Yep. Just back the brother up. This Isaiah, if I may, I'll start at verse 9. It says
Isaiah Salaki. I said Jeremiah Salaki.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and verse 9. It says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways.
Yeah, so you sitting up here, you talking shit to the Lord. You don't even understand you don't even understand his thought process, man. You the clay. You can't even comprehend it, but yeah, you got something to say. That's like my child got something to say to me. You act like you been here, nigga.
I've been there,
I've
done
been
it.
here.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. You depend on me, but yeah, you got something to say about me. Hey, man, how dare you?
And that spirit, that's why the Lord got like social media out right now, man. Because it always have a lot of people, you know, whether it come through the comment boards or whether it just come through regular social media posts, a lot of people's tongue is falling upon themselves, man. Showing that hatred of the Most High, not only just through your comments, but even through your actions, man. You liking the LGBT post, dyke, you know, even though she thick, you know what I'm saying? You still like the post.
That's off.
You know, that's off, man.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day, you should be in the spirit of Yahawashi. You should want these people to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
You got it, huh?
Yep, going back, if I may, jumping up at verse 8, it says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Because your ways is wicked, man. You
Yeah, if I may add too, look how great and powerful Yahawashi is. You gotta look at his name. The word Yahawah, he is. You know, the scriptures say thy incorruptible spirit is in all things, man. So the Lord, you know, for the lack of better words, man, Yahawashi can get at your ass anytime, man. But at the same time, the Lord, he just sit back so you can have enough rope to hang yourself, man. You got it, bro.
That's like if I may.
Yeah.
You got it.
So like if I may just add in scripture, because judgment
I
is
spirit. I'm
executed.
thinking that I
speedily.
spirit.
Hey, matter of fact, get it. Ecclesiastes 9, I think. But you got, I finish.
You know, my people are wise to do evil. You know, just like we was even talking about that nigga who got put to death, you know, for committing adultery. You know, he thought because the Lord didn't get him right then, you know, he was in good case. You know, but the Lord eventually caught up with his ass.
That's it.
You know, and he caught him like a thief in the night when he least expected. You know, like, you know, brother say, with his pants down. You know, he could literally, he caught him with his pants down, man. You know, it's like that.
No, you got it.
You got like 8 or 11 or 9 on this.
You said 11 on that? I'm doing that 12. You said 11?
You got it.
We got 9. Ecclesiastes 9. I'm trying to see what judgment is.
8 and 11, I think.
You said 8 and 11?
11.
8 and 11.
Yep, come on, here it is. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil.
And that's how niggas do. Because for lack of better words, because the Lord didn't touch you down, you basically think that you got away, man.
Yeah.
But nobody gets away from Yahawashi. No, nobody gets away from the judgment of the Lord, man. Matter of fact, you can go to that 9 too. You know, but you can finish off on it.
Okay, come. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times.
Yeah, a nigga do sin evil 100 times, going back to that adultery.
Yeah.
How many times did he go over there? Because it was so planned out. The nigga had a ring camera. This nigga, he jumped on the balcony to get into the house now, man. Yes, so that's how you know it was a usual thing. They actually planned out this wickedness, man. But why do Yahawashi was shot for bringing judgment on that? You know? Because again, in these wicked niggas down, these country wicked niggas down here in Alabama trying to justify it, not knowing that you niggas gonna be next. If that was your woman, what you would have did, man. You know, even if that was your son, you would have been like, good for you, but I told you not to do that. But again, this is what happens when people are not brought up in their righteous mindset, man. They continue to do evil, and evil become the norm to them. That's why the scriptures written, they make evil for light and light for darkness, roughly paraphrasing. So again, things are totally turned upside down. When a man really did a righteous act, you demonize the man. And you can see his mug shot, just got tears in his eyes. You can tell it was a crime of passion. You can tell it was a crime of passion, but at the same time, the wicked bride that he left alive, ultimately, she posted the nigga again. Not your man who was working hard all day. You posted a nigga that you was committing adultery with, man.
That's what he went on. See, the Lord gonna judge her. He had to be wicked in his life too, man. Cause really, he's supposed to enact the judgment on her.
On her first.
Yeah.
You know, but again, at the same time, this is what happened when you was raised in Babylon. You got it.
It wasn't like he walked there off and then she was screaming, help. Nah, she was with it.
She was with it, man. And again, that's how you know she was with it. She posted a nigga the next day, man. You know, that's wickedness, and I can't wait until she get her judgment, man. You know, you got it, bro.
It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahawashi, which fear before him.
Why will it be well with him? Because he keepeth the law, man. Because a righteous man knoweth when he slips.
And even then, just keeping the law, you having faith and mercy, man. You really hoping and believing the Lord deliver you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say a sinner do evil 100 times and he's still doing good. How much more is it going to be for the ones who truly believe? You know, who truly want to get right with Yahawashi, because we can't keep the law 100%. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we can hope to do right, for the lack of better word.
That's right. I mean, that's as well. It's because we understand judgment as well.
It's beautiful.
And that keeps the fear of the Lord upon us. We understand. And you something so little, you stump your toe. You salaki out by shot.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because you understand judgment, man.
And with that scripture is wicked men understand that judgment. You know? So that's what happened once you raise up in a wicked society. Righteous judgment come to pass, but everybody demonized. But when a nigga do something wicked, a nigga can go rob somebody and do a song about it. Now he got the number one hit. Showing you how ass backward this society is, and the only solution for this place is destruction. Because if it won, it'll be a next generation of niggas being wicked. And imagine how they gonna be. This nigga NBA Youngboy got 20 kids, bro. Imagine how them kids gonna come out. And them kids after that, you know? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, damn.
So like if I may, you know, even going back on that nigga, it's family members saying that he was a God-fearing man.
Yeah.
You know, how the fuck you fear the Lord, man, and you laying with another man's wife, man? You know, he had no fear of the Lord, man. You know, ultimately, that's why that nigga got put to death, man.
Yeah, and that's why Yahawashi made it public.
Yeah,
this nigga probably spoke against the prophets and everything. But guess what? He ain't get away. Again, like the brother just read, though a sinner do evil 100 times, ain't no telling how many women that he was sleeping with. Because it's well known, again, guys that, you know, coaches and things like that, you dealing with single moms and little girls coming around. It's known that those guys are some notable freaks, man. You know, that's why you gotta watch even when you have around your kids here in Babylon, man. You know, but Bible wish I keep that 9 and 12, bro.
Yep. It's like one more verse.
Oh, you gotta come again?
Yep. Going back, Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked.
It shall not be well with the wicked. It's not no. Give me Bible wish I probably get Isaiah 48 last. Genocide, nigga have been getting away with rape, robbing, killing the whole world. And at the end of the day, guess what? Yahawashi got some form on the back end. Even though he living good and nice all right now, ultimately, his end goal is going to be destruction. You got it, bro. You got that.
All right, this is Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith Yahawah, unto the wicked.
Yeah, there is no peace, saith Yahawah unto the wicked. So it's not going to be no peace coming upon this place, and even 2/3 of our people who's in the mindset of this place, man. Because again, it's not like, you know, you an Israelite by heritage, but you are American by culture. You know, because these niggas not keeping the Sabbath. Nigga is not trying to refrain from committing adultery. He's still eating pork. You know, so you're an Israelite, but ultimately you're in the mindset of American, so that's why no peace shall come upon you. You got it, bro.
Yep, going back, Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 12, so like 8 and 13, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days.
Yeah, neither shall he prolong his days, and that's what Edomites are trying to do in a roundabout way right now. They're trying to prolong their kingdom to be an everlasting kingdom. But guess what? Yahawashi is going to cut that short. You know, because again, what it is written about in Matthew, the 24th chapter, if the Lord don't speed up the times, guess what? No flesh shall be saved, man. So destruction must happen sooner than later, man. Because if it don't, everybody will be cut off. You know, like the elder said, through the Spirit, you fast forward, 50 years from now, it's going to be a whole bunch of homosexual cyborgs around here, man. You know?
Yep, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before Yahawashi.
Yeah, it says, which is a shadow, man. And the shadow is one way 1 minute, and the next minute is different. But a shadow is quick, man. You know, it's there 1 second, it's gone 1 second. It don't really hold its shape. There's really no value in it, for a lack of better words. The only thing it can do is just follow you around. But as soon as that sunlight come out, guess what it do? It fades away. You know? That was it.
Yep. Going back to Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, it says, for man also knoweth not his time.
Yeah, man knoweth not also his time. That's it, you got it.
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time.
And that's talking about right now, man. You're snared in the evil time. You got it?
When it falleth suddenly upon thee.
Yeah, when it falleth suddenly upon you, and just like that nigga who was committing adultery, man. How they were saying, we don't know the true story, but at the same time, they said when the guy came in the house, nigga was in the bed chilling, man. But yeah, I don't know if he was asleep or not, but he just got there and popped your wife. You butt ass nigga in another man's bed. You ain't trying to stop. You ain't trying to run and nothing. Ultimately, that shows you that he was comfortable in committing that wickedness, man. And the only thing you can do is blame Esau Edom for that, man. You know, you getting the ways of Esau, you getting that mindset of Esau, and ultimately now you just a guy that's walking in the congregation of the dead now. You know? That was on it up?
Yeah, Curtis.
Bible Shop brother can get Sirach, the 12th chapter, 10th verse. You got something?
Yeah, no. You say Sirach what?
12 and 10. You got something?
Yeah, speaking on y'all point with the guy judge. It's Isaiah 5 and 20. Warn to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's another scripture that says, surely you're turning your things upside down, shall be esteemed of the potter's clay, because now you being wicked here in this society, now you brave. Being a part of the LGBTQ community, they'll consider you a brave individual now. And the reason why, because you came out the closet in the midst of all now, man. That's not you being brave, that's you being sick in the mind. But just going back, it just teaches you being formed, or what it's called, cultivated in your mind here in Babylon, basically is making you more wicked, man. You're putting you more in the darkness, ultimately putting you more in the congregation of the dead. But who can you blame for that? You can't blame Elam or Ishmael, the nigga that ran the gas station on your block. No, you can blame the so-called white man for that. Yo, woman out of order, she thinks she the man now. Bitch taking testosterone pills and all those different things, men taking estrogen. Nigga got breasts, but at the same time, you can't blame the black man, the nigga who sell drugs, on the streets. The only person you can blame for that is the so-called white man, That was it on that? You got it.
This is Sirach 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, read it again.
All right? Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy.
Yeah, never trust thine enemy. Come on.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yes, like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. And iron get reversed throughout the process of time, man. And there's nothing you can do to reverse that process. So even you fast forward, you rewind back to the 1800s, or the 1700s, the Kunta Kinte days, you getting whipped on your backs. At least the Edomites was straight up, man. You fast forward now these guys, they're more deceitful. They have more ways to put you to death. They even have more ways to oppress you. Child support, nigga got a late fee bill on you. Nigga got credit, like you mentioned earlier. All these ways is to basically put Jake down.
It's like tetanus. That's why you need a tetanus shot. You go touch an iron rust and you got a cut somewhere or you got an open wound, you have to get a tetanus shot. Or otherwise, that iron rust, it'll pollute your body and kill you, man.
That's it.
Alright. Sirach 12:10, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness, man. So again, he's a worse Edomite back then when he was in the 1800s. You got it?
That's right. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed.
Yeah, you're right there. Though he humbled himself and go crouching, that's this guy trying to give you a stimulus check, you know, a nigga trying to give you an extra dollar on the job. Ultimately, what he's doing, he's trying to let down your guard, man. And that's what he always have been doing, letting down your guard. As soon as you thinking, oh, he's not a bad guy, ultimately, he got the dagger behind his back, man. It's going to tell you.
God.
Come on.
Yeah. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
You're aware of him, come on.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah, because you're going to recognize that a devil been amongst you, man. You thought he was rehabilitated. You thought he was cool. But like you said, as soon as you wipe the looking glass and you clean your eyes and you really wake up, you realize it's the same guy. This Cain. This Esau, man. You got it?
All right, just to bag up the brother point, because we're going to jump back. This goes too hand in hand. This is Psalms 55:20. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
Yeah, and if I may, again, we already know that's how he do. He talk to you and try to let down your guard so he can kill you. You go back into the Native Americans, man. Reuben and Gad, and even some of the northern tribes. They had not millions, but they had over 500 peace treaties that's written down on paper, and he broke every single one of them, man. You know? Even when he took land and things, he said, yeah, this is a holy ground for us. I know over there in Dakota and shit, they were, you know, they had got that land from them. And it was like, yeah, you know, only thing, just don't dig in the ground. And a couple of weeks later, they started digging in there, man. Showing you that it's no honor amongst these devils, man. Read that again.
Yeah, hey, they dig up sarcophagus, man. Examining people's like, this is somebody family member. Let them rest in peace.
Unholy. Like I said, even they got Benjamin Franklin, man. Come on, man. What you doing with this in your body? You know, what you doing this in your basement, man?
Think that family member walked up there, they could,
yeah. But they still do things like that today, man. Even like regular, like a lot of these homeless people, they took a lot of homeless people away from DC. You don't know where they going, man. You know, ain't no way you can trace back to them or nothing like that. Nigga lost his social security card. You got it.
He said if they resist, that he was gonna what? Throw them in jail. What the hell you putting them in? Where you putting them, man?
They been through a science experiment on them, man.
And they ain't got nobody to advocate for them.
Yeah. I know what that is, not the devil's advocate. It's another one. A guy, he was like a businessman, but he was a psycho. He used to go around killing homeless people, man. Homeless people and prostitutes. He was actually, I think it's the American Psycho, something like that.
God.
You know, but that was, I think that was based on a true story. You got it,
God. Going back to Sirach, this is Sirach chapter 12, verse 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
And that's what happened to the nation of Israel. Because you tried to stand by the nation of Edom. Now they're claiming to be the Jews, man. Showing you how deceitful that this guy is. And that was well thought out, man. Again, there wasn't no random act of event. He always wanted this thing to happen. You know, you got you.
It says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Yes, you're going to be pricked therewith because Solomon told you that was a devil, man. You know? You got it.
Yeah, and if I could just add to the brother's point that that setting him by your right hand is you letting him know your end all be alls. It says let not the left know what the right hand doeth. You can't let him know your strength, your comings, and your goings, man. Jake open, you know, Jake an open book, man. For the last, hey, honestly, we're an open book because we're honest people. Jake was so honest with Esau that Esau took that honesty and used it against Jake.
Continue. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Because again, you can go back into this guy past credit history, man. Look how he treated his own people. You know, look how he treated Jakes, and look how he treated the Native Americans. So why would you continue to lean upon this man? Even if you go into like recent years, man, the Vietnam War. If you ever met a Vietnam veteran, man, they 9 times out of 10 they bugged out. They on dope, man. And the reason, who could you blame for that? You could blame, you say, yeah, they lost the war. They deserve to be like that. But don't the scripture say one thing they hate is a man of war that suffered properly? Showing you how off this society is. And this society minds to basically whoop your mind to be off, man. You got to do all that.
I read back, it says, verse 13, who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
You got it.
It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is devoured with him in his sins, who will pity?
So who will pity you because you went into the ways of Esau? Who will pity you because you basically went into the congregation of the dead? And you seen the results of it, man. You ain't got to really do no in-depth analysis about the paths of Babylon, man. All of it is going to lead into you being dead and hurt. Even you go back into being a damn pro athlete, man. A lot of them niggas is bugged out, nigga got CTE, you know, for lack of better words, and guess what you get for trusting in Esau. You gotta do it.
Yep, back on the brothers up. You know, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5.
That's it.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end.
And we are in a time where our iniquity is at an end right now. But in this time, this guy, he's finna get ready to further the affliction. Again, Trump ain't do all that thing from the National Guard coming down to D.C. for no reason. No, that was a sign to show you the power that he has. That was just the precursor of what he really want to do, man. Because America is soon finna become a police state. You know? You got it?
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahawah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. You got it?
Since thou hast not hated blood,
Yeah, you didn't hate shedding the bloodshed of the Native Americans over here. You got it?
even blood shall pursue thee.
Even blood shall pursue you. So that's how you know it's a judgment on the nation of Esau, man. Because they didn't get this rulership diplomatically. They didn't get even this rulership throughout peace and trade. They got it through the sword, man. And ultimately, it's going to be a repercussion behind that, man. Esau's going to have to pay for all the wicked things that he pushed out, man. Because he don't think nobody can touch you, but it's going to be a divine power that's going to come and touch your ass, man. You know? Bible Kashai, you get Malachi 1 and 4, just getting on Esau, man. And getting on the devil that the Bible speaks of, because Jake basically trusted this devil for so long, bro. And they didn't get the MO that this nigga never loved you, man. You got to start at 1.
Yeah, this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel, by Malachi, it says, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
And that's why niggas be tripping. When the Lord ain't love us during slavery, you know, the Lord ain't love me when I did this and I went to jail. But guess what? Ultimately, you got to realize what that is. Bear the indignation of the Lord because you sinned against them, man. You know, having this understanding, it gives you a peace of mind. But Jake don't have it. You know, that's really true love from a father. He reprimanded your ass for doing wrong. You know, Jake don't think they should be touched because you committed adultery 200 years ago. No, man. You got something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come. It says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
Yeah, well, not Esau, Jacob's brother, saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. And Jacob went through a lot, man. You go into the history of Jacob, you'll probably think, man, everything, he was working 7 years. His father tricked him, he got to work 7 more years. His brother wanted to kill him. He had to wrestle an angel. All those things, that was really hard for him. But guess what? Yahawah shall put him through that because he loved them, man. Ultimately for him to get that crown and that rulership, man. You know, again, all these things that we go through on this side is not for no reason. Ultimately, it's going to be for the reward that we're going to receive at the end. You know, you got to do it.
It says, and I have hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
Yes, and we're going to see the hatred of Esau once those missiles get shot off, man. Because I think it's on Isaiah the 13th chapter, how it says the indignation of the Lord being brought forth is going to be in the form of those missiles, man. So this is how the heritage of the nation of Esau, or the kingdom of Esau, is going to be laid waste, man. It's going to be laid waste through thermonuclear missiles, the same thing that got you on top, the same thing that had your head above water after World War II, the same thing that make you held on to your kingdom. Is going to be the same thing that take your kingdom out. And it's not no random events. No, it's a will of Yahawah, man. You know?
Yeah, that verse 4. Come on. It says, it's a little bit more. It says, in his heritage waits for the dragons of the wilderness, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Now, when you go back into the Renaissance time, you know, for the lack of better words, after the Romans fell, you know, that was like around 300 BC, 400 BC, around that time, and you fast forward 1,000 years later, that's when Esau started to come back, you know, and one of their main things they did during the, what it's called, rebirth times, is basically did whitewashing. That's one of the first things that they did, man. Was iconoclasm, like the brother said, covering up the faces of the judges thereof, man. So you can push forth the image like you the Most High. You got it.
Yep. It says, but we will rebuild. But we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
And that's why it's a thing, build back better. You know? Make America great again. This is a part of that building right now, man. You gotta realize, man, this is heavy. They really rebuilt the Roman Empire. The only thing different now is that we got technology with it, man. But it's the same old MO. You got it?
They shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yes, the border of wickedness, because Esau, he the one, he gives the, not the limit, but he the one that introduced you to wickedness, man. You know? Like he'll give Jacob, I'm gonna give you being a Mo, and Jacob flip around to be transgender, man. You know, you got it.
And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Yeah, and that's the point, man. The people who the Lord have indignation against forever, man. And ultimately, that's why the weapons of the Lord indignation is predestined for them. You know, you got something?
Yeah, this is Isaiah 34 and verse 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Yeah, it says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. That's talking about those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. And number one, what is Idumea doing in the Old Testament? Yeah. No, that Idumea really supposed to be Edom, identifying that the Lord still got beef with these people, man. And this prophecy haven't been fulfilled yet. You got it?
It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And the people of his curse to judgment. The same people who we have indignation for forever, man. So again, these missiles was actually predestined to hit Esau. You know, and the Lord put that on himself that he's going to destroy Esau. You know, I think that's brother can hold that Isaiah like 45 and 23. You got it, bro.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus saith Yahawashi Yahawashi power, because Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended.
You have greatly offended, because again, yeah, you do it to people upon the world, but you don't think that Yahawashi see what you're doing to his people. And that's a touchy subject when it comes to your kids, because we are, you know, Yahawah, princes of the power, or children of the Most High. When somebody do something to your kids, it's like no holds bars now, man.
put my kid in a dress?
In my what you who? It's like who told you that? Like somebody she said like your mama see weed in your pocket or something. Where you get that from? You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, it's an ass who become behind it, and after your dad whoop his ass, he gonna go down the street and talk to that parent. You know, so that's what the Lord is doing, man. We already got our ass whooping. It's time for your ass to get whooped now. You got it.
God. It says, continuing, have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
Yeah, and revenged himself upon them, man. And how he ultimately what he want to do, he want to get that birthright back. That's really the main goal of this devil, man. But ultimately, he want to, kill Jacob. It tells you that in that, with Genesis 27, around the 40th verse, when Esau said, "When the days of my father are gone away with, I will slay my brother Jacob." And that idea ain't fade away. No, that idea is even stronger than now, man. That's why he got Fagos and Pepsis in your hood. You know, you got it.
It says, therefore, thus saith Yahawashi power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it.
Yeah, man and beast from it, man. Because even the strange things he do to these animals, That's why even Job didn't even trust this guy with the flock of his birds. But even here in America, man, the Lord is going to have to destroy the animals out of here. Because how defiled and sick that they are, because even animals don't eat, and that's heavy, even certain animals don't eat dog or cat food because they know how bad it is. I had a cat, I tried to feed him like a chicken wing one time, I got a chicken wing from one place, I fed it to him, he ate it, and I had a chicken wing from another place, I tried to feed it to him, he went away. Showing you that even animals are, even on a high quality, they can see what type of high quality food it is, but at the same time, it just shows you how fucked up America is. There's really no excuse to that, man. You got it.
The beast shall teach thee.
Yeah, the beast shall, if you ask the beast of the field, they shall teach thee.
I may answer your point. Come on. Because the brothers ain't put it in the group. Now you got rabbits out here. People eat rabbits. Even though it's off, you got rabbits growing horns and fungus out of their faces now, man. That's the Lord cutting beasts from this place, man. It ain't gonna be no you starving and I can go get me a rabbit or I can go get me a deer. Nah, all of these animals are defiled.
You do got that deer disease.
They call it zombie disease.
Yeah. Not much on the bet in the time of Jacob Sharp and the famine, niggas still gonna eat it.
Oh yeah,
and niggas gonna have a worse death, man.
Stomach burning.
Yeah, stomach burning.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his intestines, like the predator, his intestines break out, man.
I'm gonna cook the good part. You know how to tell you, hey man, look, take that molded bread off. You know how it is at the end of the month.
At the end of the month, I'm eating this one, man. You know? But again, it's going to be indicative to what? Their destruction. That's what happens once we trust the so-called white man. But us, the Lord wouldn't be a part of that number. We're going to be straight. That's what it says in Job the 5th chapter, man. You got it, Noah.
It says, and will cut off man and beast from it. I will make it desolate from teeming, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
And that's the destruction, man. Because at the end of the day, everything that reminds you of Esau is going to get wiped out, man. Through the missiles. And even once we come back on those chariots, we're going to get away with all those weapons. So it's what it is, there shall be no remembrance of Edom. I think that's Obadiah. Or no remembrance of the nation of Edom. Because ultimately, when the missiles hit and the kingdom of heaven come, for the lack of better words, there's going to be a clean slate. Because the missiles is going to be a cleaning substance in order for us to push forth righteousness. Because it says how corruption cannot inherit incorruption, and incorruption cannot inherit corruption. Ultimately, in order for us to get to the kingdom of heaven, this current society must be destroyed, man. You got it, bro.
All right, continue. It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
And it's called true justice, man. Bible shot, you can get James 2:14. Have mercy, they have shown no mercy. Because Esau didn't show mercy upon the nation of Israel here in these latter days, man. Nigga gave you pork, he gave you Coca-Cola, he even gave you Planned Parenthood, man. All these different things was actually for your death, man. But Jake being a holy people, Jake still pushed through. Even the crack pandemic. That actually affected our people from generations. ultimately what it's going to do, it's going to come back on you now, man. When it comes back into the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have things that's going to punish you. You got it?
All right, this is in a remembrance, and now jump back for the brother. This is Deuteronomy 25:19. Therefore it shall be, when Yahawah thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, in the land which Yahawah thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, and thou shalt not forget it.
Yeah, and that's the spirit, because ultimately, once Amalek gets done away with, then peace can come. But when you go back into the ancient world, man, Amalek have always been a problem. What it says there, I think that's on Deuteronomy 16, 18, how Amalek, he had war with Amalek from generation to generation. Even you go back into the time of Samuel, man, Amalek was a problem back then. Yeah. And then, you know, you were supposed to come, King Saul was supposed to cut him off back then. Yep. But what happened once you left one Edomite out? Guess what? Wickedness got rebirthed again. You know, so ultimately, that's why in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have to overdown 118 this guy. So righteousness can shine forth. You got it, bro.
All right, continuing back over in Ezekiel, the 25th chapter, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
It says according to the Lord's anger. So we're not going to be, and this even says that there's no affliction, but the affliction of those that hate me. We had got the affliction of them whipping our backs, so we're going to get that same joy, man. There's no bruise upon the one that hates you, for the lack of better words. So again, it's going to be a righteous payback for, you know, a righteous reward. You know, because again, you whipped us, so now we're going to have to whip you, and it's beautiful too. It's not going to be no random Edomite nigga that you just pass by around. It's going to be people that severely affected your lives, man. Whether in this lifetime or the lifetime back then, that the Lord is going to give us hands on, man. You know, you got it.
It says, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
Yeah, they shall do it to Edom according to his anger. Come on.
And according to my fury.
And according to the Lord's fury, man. Because guess what? Yahawashi see all the things that this devil done. And Jacob begged for mercy, man. Jacob begged to be on Esau's good side, but the only thing this devil will do, he will further your affliction. You know, you're looking for this guy for rescue, the only thing he's going to do is cut you and put salt and Band-Aid on a wound, and then leave you alone. Then you ask for what God again, he gonna do the same. He gonna cut you, he gonna put salt and put a Band-Aid on it, man. And while you think you healing, it's only gonna get worse. You know, you got a lot.
Yep, this is the book of James, chapter 2, and verse 13. And it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy, and have showed no mercy.
And Esau haven't showed no mercy, man. You got it, come on.
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Yeah, and mercy rejoices against judgment. Because we can see here in these latter days, this guy haven't had mercy upon the children of Israel. The only thing he did was steal, kill, and enslave them. And what benefit have you had under this man? Except death, man. This guy, he whooped your ass, whooped your granddad ass, and now he's trying to beat your son.
That's it.
You know?
That's that perpetual hatred.
That's it.
It goes into everlasting or forever, man. You know, you niggas are in this delusion that this devil, you know, he's joined unto you, man. But even the scripture said, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. So it's gonna come a time where destruction is gonna come upon this devil either way, man. You know, for all the wickedness that he have done. He shall not escape. You see, but if I may, I got one for you, bro.
You got it, bro.
To back you up. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunk it. And we have surely drunken that cup. Like the brother said, generation to generation to generation. Hell, we still catch a hell today, man. You see? But to continue, it says, oh, Salah, we are yet this day in our captivity. It says, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So Esau, Edom, is going to come a time where you're going to have to drink upon that cup, man. You see? Oh, that goes into our law. If basically, if a man be found in our hand, the man that stolen him, you know, you're gonna have to reap the recompenses, the recompenses the consequences of that, man. You know, you can't get away. Ain't no getting away, man. You know, here it is, the prophets are out here on the scene, you know, telling you your fate, you know, and the clock is ticking. And that's what's gonna cause you to come down with great wrath, because nigga, you running out of time, man. But to continue, it says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So the Lord said, I put it on myself, man. That lets you know that's Jake. That's Jake talk, man. That ain't no fucking Edomite. Yeah, that's it. On me. You know? That he's gonna bring this place down, man. He gonna destroy this place, man. This thus saith the Lord, man. You can't get away. Ain't no escaping from the hands of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Scripture itself even says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. And you're gonna be the nigga that fall into the hands of the living power, man. And that's thus saith the Lord. What you got, bro?
And Lord been wanting Esau ass, man. It have been a builder. That's why you can see Cain said that in Genesis the 4th chapter, it was a precursor for now. He said his judgment is greater than he can bear, because the Lord knew how fucked up this guy was going to be, man. You know? You got something?
Yeah, I got something. I'm going to start at 20. The point is at 21. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And that's it, man. Verse 21.
And if I may, I think we're now go back into like great, for lack of a better word. So again, they're not going to be great, man. That new world order is not going to be achieved, because that's the whole MO of this devil doing all these crazy things, man. You got it?
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers.
So you're going to have to pay back for what your forefathers did. Because first thing they say, how was it? Yeah, that was my granddaddy. But these niggas still benefit from it. Yeah. Even once you go into a lot of these Fortune 500 companies, they had a stake in the slave trade boat, man. Johnson & Johnson, all these guys for the like a, IBM. You know, all these guys actually had something to do with us coming over here, man.
Insurance companies.
Banks. You got banks, insurance companies, and that's how Esau basically got up here in this society, man. You know, through Jake, for the lack of better words. If your slave die, we'll pay you back on it. As long as you get a couple of them over here, man. That's how it got. It got to a point they didn't really care. All they really cared about was numbers. That's where tight packing coming from. And however many you got, I'll pay you back as long as you just keep on bringing them in. That's it. You know, you got it, though.
I got one for you. This just backing the brother up. This is Proverbs 20:11. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his works be pure or whether it be right.
Yeah, whether his works be pure or whether it be right. And this says a child is known by his doings. Because ultimately, once you go into Cain, when he was a child, he slayed Cain slayed Abel. But even you fast forward here to now, man, Esau basically bringing up his child in wickedness, man.
Yeah, that was just going to the brother speaking, because Esau tell you that he wasn't, hey, I didn't do that. Well, even a child is known as doing, you'll bring that out. And I'll pass it back to you. Because I want to make sure.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent.
So no one dies being innocent. So the Lord telling us, going back to Isaiah 14 and 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers. It's showing that you are your forefathers, man, because nobody dies for the sins of their fathers, man. That would be unrighteous in the sight of the Lord. All right, here you go.
And that's why even going to that Ezekiel, it says, some of them eat sour grapes in the sun. Fellas know what that's it? The fathers eat sour grapes and the son's teeth are set on edge, actually showing you that Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, telling you that you're not getting punished, you actually getting punished for what your forefathers did.
Jeremiah 31 and 30. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge.
Yeah, so you probably ate that sour grape a couple of generations ago, but you paying for it right now. That's why a lot of people come out with different type of diseases. They come out being messed up because that's the Lord getting you on the back end. And how much more is he gonna get these Edomites who's been lifting it up for eons, man, centuries, man. You know, this guy have been rape robbing the whole world, rape robbing and murdering the whole world, and there haven't been no true consequences. And the only real reason why no true consequence haven't really been happy because the Lord is going to be the consequence, man. You know, you got to do it.
I got it. The Ecclesiastes 1:9, it says, the thing that had been, it is that which shall be.
Yeah.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun.
And there is no new thing under the sun. That's actually talking about even spirits, man. Because ultimately, people think you just go into heaven and everything go back. No, man. Your ass actually get your judgment when you here upon the planet Earth. You know? That's why I think if you continue on, I think one in like 13 says under the sun, the place of judgment, man. You know? Because ultimately, once you come upon the planet Earth, that's when your nerves can get affected, man. You got it, though.
Written on, it says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new, that had been already of old time, which was before?
Yeah, and even that's even like kingdoms, they reincarnate themselves, but even different gadgets. Now we got the cell phone, but back in the day, it was the urim and the throne. You had the scythe to cut grass, now you got a weed eater. You know, you got it.
Said there's no remembrance of former things.
Yeah, and that's it. There is no remembrance of former things. So while these people whole MO is, there was my grandfather, the only reason why you don't know that was you, because the scriptures say there is no remembrance of former things, man. You know, and ultimately, just because you don't remember it, doesn't mean that you're not going to get away just going back what you just brought out, man. You're going to get everything you get, man. You know, the people who ate the sour grapes, your teeth is going to be set on edge.
The adulterer nigga.
Yeah, the adulterer nigga, man. You know? The Lord finally got him. You know, again, you can tell that was probably embedded in his spirit, man. This nigga was a professional. This nigga, he ain't go through the front door. This nigga jumped over the patio. You know?
Playing like, what's that game? Like Metal Gear Solid.
What it's called? Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying?
Assassin's Creed.
You hide in the window, wait till the man leave, and now you going and out. That's sick, man. But that's why the Lord, he's bringing forth judgment upon these people, and they do not get away. You know?
Yeah, they got that term in the world, fuck around and find out. It says, there's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. It says, I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. Yeah,
concerning all things that are done under heaven. What's under the heavens? The earth. You got it.
Yeah. It says, this sort travail hath Yahawah given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith.
Yeah, to be exercised therewith, you got it.
So I've seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
So everything that's done over here is nothing but vanity and vexation of spirit. And the reason why, because Esau's in control, and all these things is carnal here in this society, man. It's here 1 second, and the next second it's gone. Even the currency fluctuates like a mug, man. So why would you continue to invest in here? You know? I think they were pretty much it on that one.
I'll drop down real quick with one.
Go on.
So verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Yeah, it says he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow, man. And the reason why, because once you realize you have the wisdom and understanding to see how things supposed to be, and it's totally upside down, you do increase of being sad and depressed in a roundabout way. And really, you just want Yahawashi to come. You want the righteous rulers to be here upon the planet Earth so things can be ran correctly, man. That's why Solomon, when you read that the preacher came down, he was vexed. He said everything was vanity and vexation of spirit. Even he said he had a lot of riches. But once he died, who he gonna leave those riches to? Because he understood how effed up human nature is, man. You know? But that was it on, man. You got something?
All right, this back in Isaiah 14:21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their father, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And that's why here in this time, Esau is not going to be reincarnated in power like he did before. This time he's going to be reincarnated in slavery, man. You got it, though.
It says, for I will rise up against them, saith Yahawah, Yahawashi of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahawah Shem Yahawashi.
Yeah, so the Lord said he's going to come back and destroy both son and nephew, and he's going to cut them off. You got it?
I will also make it a possession for the bitter and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction.
And that actually goes back into the missiles. You got it?
Saith Yahawah Shem Yahawashi of hosts.
Yeah, because ultimately, even how things are reincarnated upon the planet Earth, even the weapons are reincarnated. You know? But that was it on your line?
Yeah, that was it on
Go on, give me what you got, bro.
Yep, back to love elder up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73, and I started verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi.
Started picture at 73. Started 4, and then jump down.
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 4. And it says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Now this is talking about the rulership of Esau. And their rulership is firm, man. Break a law right now and watch what's going to happen. You're going to end up like that boy Jabbar. You got it?
You're not in trouble as other men.
Yeah, they are not in trouble as other men. And the reason why, because you're in rulership, man. You in power. You got it?
Neither are they plagued like other men.
Neither are they plagued like other men. And this is why Esau come with that careless mindset, man. Because he think that his glory, you know, that you built here in Babylon is going to be an everlasting thing. Not knowing that Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is going to cut you off in the midst of it.
Amen. Yeah, you can see that other men around him is suffering. I mean, he's the only one really prospering.
Yeah.
And even with other men considered to be prospering, Esau got a hand in it. He can shut that off at any time, like the Black Wall Street situation, stuff like that. And anytime Jake think they gonna come up, Esau right there to let you know, like, no, I got this. I still got this. You know, the flooding of the towns and everything. So, you know, they definitely got that. They see it. They see it more than sometimes Jake see it. Really, that other nations don't do what they do.
That's it.
But as a brother just mentioned, there goes the king coming back. You know, and he coming back to take crowns. And that's going to level everything, level the playing field again.
I put Psych Brothers just mentioned that Fairfield. It was a grocery store in Fairfield, and it didn't prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because like black-owned businesses.
Yeah, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of sentimental.
But they said it was the prices was high up, you know.
Hey man, you know sometimes you get what you pay for.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, you know, you don't get that experience nowhere else. You know, they was all friendly and shit.
But you know, it's like the reason why a lot of black-owned businesses be high because they gotta make a profit. Yeah. They buying. You gotta realize they under the curses too. They buying everything for Esau.
Exactly.
So they might you might buy a T-shirt from Jake or something. Jake brought his $45. But Jake, you know, Jake had the labor and shit to get the money. So really, you know, you having a black business here, you would never prosper because you're gonna have to pay Esau off first. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start off in the hole. Exactly. You're gonna have to pay the predators. You know what I'm saying? And even when you start getting a little bread, you still gonna have to pay Esau off, man. Whether it be a damn food inspector or whether it be a damn policeman that just keep coming by, man.
If I may, it proved that situation is worse now than back in the, let's say, 50s and 40s, because Jake actually farmed back then, and Jake was real more self-sufficient. Yep. And so they had their own, you know. And so there was businesses with Jake everywhere. You know, I think they call it Reconstruction era. Yeah, where Jake before integration, Jake was really doing their thing, you know, businesses, and because Jake knew we're gonna give you the best, we're gonna look out for you, and you're gonna have a good conversation. It's gonna be about what's happening around the neighborhood. We're gonna also feed into what you got going on in your family. It's all connected. Yeah, it's all connected. So it was too much prosperity, probably mainly for Esau. Yeah. Because Jake was just getting down, busy, banks, all of this stuff, and then Esau really couldn't handle that.
I know there was a lot of Edomites. They used to go into Jake's neighborhood just to eat, you know, just to get certain foods and certain products. Like you said, they was the best.
They was getting loans from Jake Banks and everything.
Yeah. Beautiful, man.
Yep, continuing on, verse 6. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment.
Yeah, and that's what he saw him on, because that's how he held on to his kingdom or his rulership. Violence, man. You know? But I think there was
Jumping down to verse 17, it says, matter of fact, verse 16, it's like it says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went to the sanctuary of Yahawah Yahawashi.
Now, what he said when he thought to know this, because he thought that the Edomites was going to be in rulership forever. He thought it was going to be a perpetual rule when the Edomites is just going to be on top. But he says until he came into the sanctuary of the Most High, until he came to this truth. I'm telling you, when you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you actually have a peace of mind, bro. You know, a piece of sanity. Because everything else outside of this is crazy, man. To be honest, man, if you want to make it in Babylon, you crazy as hell. You want to be a black-owned business, and nigga want to be a, what is called, new thing, a content creator.
Yeah.
Nigga got a 5-year plan. All those different things is going to come to an end. Because when you go into the ways of America, it really runs off trends, man. Whether you TikTok famous for 6 months, then all of a sudden now you back at a regular job. There's plenty of things that's going on like that, man.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Fell off.
Yeah, Reggie fell off, man. All of a sudden, you look back up, he in that bitch with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He in that warehouse with you over him. You know? What happened with you? Ultimately, you trusted in America. That's what happened, man. You got it.
Then understood I therein. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
So we understand the Lord set him up for a reason. You got it.
Thou casted them down into destruction.
Yeah, they cast them down to destruction. And that's one thing when somebody on top, man. Once they fall and hit the bottom, it's a beautiful sight to see, man. You got it.
How are they brought into desolation as a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors as a dream when one awakens.
Yeah, because ultimately it's going to be Yahawashi. That's Esau's biggest fear, man. People going to push it forth to think it could be a bad dream. But ultimately it's going to be reality, man. Yahawashi coming to put you Edomites in slavery. That's right. End of the story. You got it.
As a dream when one awakens, so, O Lord, when thou awakens, thou shalt despise their image.
Yeah, and the Lord, he's already awakened right now, man, because why we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why we despise the image or even the ways of Babylon, man. You see a black woman that's out of order, we despise that, man. You see a plate with pork on it, you despise that, you know? Because the reason why it's totally against the ways of Yahawah bahasham. You despise everything that these Edomites represent. Because these people were settled to be Antichrist here in these latter days, man. And the Antichrist is just not one guy with horns that's just gonna, with a spandex suit. No, the Antichrist is really talking about many people. We're going to the word anti actually mean against. And Christ actually goes back into anointing. So people, everybody who's against the anointing would die here in these latter days. Prophet Bashar, brother, can get there in Zechariah 14, all those that fought against Jerusalem. Because those, the people who fought against Jerusalem, they are the Antichrist here in these latter days, man. You got it? I think it's Zechariah 14. It's either Zechariah 14 or Zechariah 12. All those that fought against Jerusalem. This is in 12. Yeah, I think it's 12. Come on.
God, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12.
14 and 12.
This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord, Yahawah Yahawashi, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Yeah, against all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And again, at Jerusalem, they are a people before it was a city, man. Now, when you go into Jerusalem, it's really talking about the elect. You know, and a lot of these people, they fight against it. Again, it's not through you physically got to come down and say, I'm not with that. Because there's some people that come up and say, yeah, I agree, I am an Israelite. But the reason why you fight against the Lord is through your actions, man. You know, if you say you believe, but you're doing some unbelievable actions, then you're going to get put to death, man. An unbelievable action of getting paid. You know, that's against the Lord, man. You got it.
God. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Yes, and that's how you know that's going to be used. The only thing they can do that is the missiles, the weapons of mass destruction. Those are going to be the tools that the Lord is going to use to end this place, to end this society. You got it?
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Come on.
And it shall come to pass in their day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor.
That's pretty much on it, but just going back into the missiles, man. How your eyeballs is going to burn up in your eyes, and your tongue is going to dissolve in your mouth. So all the things that you desire to see, all the shit talking that you was doing about the prophets, the Lord is going to do away with that by sending forth these ICBM missiles. Because this is going to be the stand that the Lord is going to use to be the stamp of the end of this society, man. Bible shout out, you can get Isaiah 13 and start at verse 1. You know, because again, these missiles is the way that the Lord is going to show his anger, man. This is how the Lord is going to show his displeasure here in these latter days, man. He's not going to come down off his holy throne to talk to, to talk to a nigga. I'm trying to get you right now, man. The Lord is going to send out the prophets. If you don't hearken to the prophets, then guess what? Your ultimate thing now is for you to die. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 1. The burden of Babylon,
The burden of Babylon. Come on.
which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
And we speaking about the burden of Babylon. What we're saying, this place shall be destroyed, man. That's why even once you look at Trump and these different officials, you can tell they got a burden on their back because they know Yahawashi coming back, man. Come on.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that may go into the gates of the nobles.
Yes, and these words of Yahawashi is going to the gates of the nobles. By the way of the internet, the unicorn. And that's why even Trump, he even mentioned a couple years ago when his first office, he said the prophets of doom. Who he's talking about, man? He's not talking about the nation of Islam. No, he's talking about the Hebrew Israelites, the ones who's telling you that America will be destroyed, man. Come on.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
The mighty ones of his anger, man. Showing you this is not talking about, people say, because a lot of people, once you go into the million missiles, 200 million missiles, for lack of better words, them people say, yeah, that's talking about China, and they're going to have a big army. No, that's talking about the missiles, man. And it's going to tell you right here. Come on.
Even them, it says, even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of a multitude.
The noise of a multitude. That's why these weapons is actually the weapons of his indignation. It's going to tell you.
In the mountains, like as of a great people.
Like as a great people. That's how you know it's going to be a lot of them. It ain't just going to be one missile like it was fat, two missiles and that's it. And everybody just go back. No, it's going to be an overkill of this place getting hit with ICBMs, man. Come on.
It says a tumultuous noise.
A tumultuous noise. You're going to hear it there. There. Like going to be like a big ass furnace coming towards your way. And it's only going to get louder and louder as it get closer. Come on.
Of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Of the kingdom of nations, because each kingdom, like Russia, China, the UK, India got missiles, Pakistan, Iran. All them people have missiles pointed at America, even Israel. This nigga Israel got a thing called Project Simpson, which if we go down, everybody going down. Even my homeboy who was trying to help me out. That's how you know it's no honor amongst thieves, man. Come on.
The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
So it's the Lord that's controlling the host of the battle. You gotta realize once you go into the word host, it goes back into Sabaoth, if I'm not mistaken, which actually means armies. You got it.
They come from a far country.
They come from a far country. Now this is the reason why they're called intercontinental ballistic missiles. Because you go back into the time of Germany, one of the first previews of the modern day missile, it was called the V2. And it can only go so far, so many thousands of feet. Then they started doing, bombers throughout the planes. And they also, it got to a point that their feet started increasing. Go back into the Cold War, they had the Cuban Missile Crisis. So now we got enough missile to hit to Cuba from America. But now they don't even have to put a missile station in Cuba anymore. They don't have to put one in the DR or anything. They can shoot missiles from the other side of the world now, man. Which totally changed the game.
Underwater.
Yeah, or underwater through the submarines. Because again, once these missiles get shot off, it's gonna, they say we got the Golden Dome. It's gonna be too many missiles to try to block off, man. They're gonna be coming from everywhere. The east, the west, the south, you know, but ultimately it's gonna come from the north, man. Down on you. You got it.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
Yep.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
It says it come from a far country from the end of heaven. Baba Koshava, brother can get 2nd Ezra 16, around 7 and 8, brothers know what I want. He shoot the arrow from the missiles, read it again.
It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
So the weapons of the Lord indignation is going to come from a far country, man. It's not going to be because Jake wanted to be an up close and personal thing. It's certain niggas talking some, yeah, man, the destruction is going to come by volcanoes and thunderstorms. No, man. The destruction is going to come by intercontinental ballistic missiles. You know, brothers got that?
You 16?
Yeah, just get the yeah, strongest right here. Yeah.
All right.
Read
This
up,
is second.
read up first, get a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna start at 11. First, this
That's started now.
start at 9 count. All right.
Yes, just start yourself. It's about they go ahead and run through it.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
So it's Yahawashi who's going to be sending the missiles, man. And it's nothing you can do that can drive them away. That's why this golden dome thing is really vain. You got it, bro.
It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is him that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench?
Yeah, and that's why, again, we just read the weapons of his indignation. Once you go into the word indignation, it actually goes back into righteous anger, man. You know, come on.
It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, who is he that may quench? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
You got it?
He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
And the Lord is thundering right now by putting the prophets out there, man, speaking his word. Come on.
It says, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled.
That's it. Come on.
And the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
Because even once the missiles sit, even the scripture said it's going to be more power in the water. You know what I'm saying? Brothers know what I'm talking about. You got it, bro. Yeah, them tsunamis, an earthquake,
Lake of fire.
the lake of fire. You know?
It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Yeah, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Because these different silos and these different submarines that was created, they wasn't made for no reasons. No, that's the bow that the Lord is going to use to shoot off these different arrows. Come on.
It says, his arrows, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
Yeah, the arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Come on.
And shall not miss.
It shall not miss. Come
when
on.
they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
So every nation that have a mark of an ICBM aimed at America, they're not going to miss, man. They're going to win. Because ultimately, why? It's for the reason for the destruction of America, man. Ultimately, this destruction is just not going to destroy the Western Hemisphere, or not the Western society known as America, Babylon the Great. It's ultimately going to cleanse the earth and make us come back into something that's more purified, man. You know, because anything is better than this place, man. Anything is better than drinking Coca-Colas and sipping on Pepsi, man. And you're waking up, breathing in toxic air. You're drinking plastics in your water. You got forever chemicals in you. It's crazy here, man. And you realize as we get closer into that day why this place is known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death. If you don't see it now, you're definitely going to see it in the times of Jacob's trouble, man. You know? That was it on there, bro?
No, it was some more. I had something for you.
Come on.
To go into those nations that
You got
have,
one more.
okay, nuclear power that the brother was going into. Of course, the United States, but it says Russia, China, France, the United Kingdom, Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea.
Yeah, and
Those are the major
that's
nations.
the major nation. So imagine the ones that don't go up there and count, man. Some Romania probably got missiles, man. How technology and shit is today. You know, everybody pretty much got nuclear capabilities. It only takes a simple email how to build it now. You know, but at the same time, Yahawashi is doing a beautiful thing by breaking America down and using the same thing that brought America on top to take them down, man. Everybody got the button now, man. Hiroshima and Nagasaki don't mean nothing now because now it's an intercontinental ballistic missile that can wipe out the state of Texas, man. You know?
Something real quick, because it says they're getting sharper. In 2024, advancements in nuclear weapons technology included development of new delivery systems, such as the long-range standoff RSO missile, which will be deployed on both B-52 and B-21 bombers. It said modernization of the nuclear arsenal. U.S. is undergoing a significant modernization. It says with costs projected to exceed 1.7 trillion. India has reportedly expanded its nuclear arsenal and is developing new types of delivery systems. And it just goes on and on about different countries, like the brother just named, growing and advancing their technology, getting sharper.
They're getting the missiles, man. And again, that's why you say 1.7 trillion. You go back into the scripture in Joel, they beat their plowshares into swords. So instead of these people investing in the agriculture or entertainment industry, but they investing in missiles. That's why Trump did in the Big Back deal. He did a big cut on certain things so he could push it towards the military, man. You know? Anybody else got something going on?
That was, I'll finish off. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Yeah, and the plagues are sent. They're going to get shot up into the air and they ain't going to return again until they come upon the earth, man. And what's going to turn, it's going to come up. It's going to come out a missile, but when it come down into you, it's going to be a warhead. And those are the things that's really going to hurt your ass, man. You know? But that was it on it?
Yeah, that was it.
So yeah, I pray that this video was edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash.
I want to give double honors to our Apostle Ellis Great Millstone and Shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Right.